You got to say no to the things that don't honor you, no to the things that don't bring you joy, no to the things that don't bring you peace. And you don't have to explain your no. You got to have 101 different ways to say no. Your no matters. And don't back up on your no. Don't draw your line in the sand, and when somebody crosses it, you back up and draw another line. No, stand on your line, stand for your no, and stand for your yes. When you matter, you stand in your no and for your yes.
I think you know what you're supposed to do. Deep down inside, I think everybody does. A lot of people just don't go after it. Like most people start out, they say, I want to be a this, but I'm going to get that to make sure I have something to fall back on. Yeah. And what you're doing is you're setting yourself up for failure, because you're going, there's a possibility that I'm going to fall back. And when you put that out there, then you fall back. But if you just say, hey, this is what I want to do, and you go do it, you usually get your stuff the way you want it, man. That's what.
When I see a flag in a relationship next time, recognize it as a flag. Mm-hmm. Don't think, oh, that's just a shadow.
Yeah.
That's a flag.
Yeah.
And when I look back at our relationship, I saw the flags. I love this man so much that I made up in my mind it wasn't a flag. A flag is when I would confront him about something, he would take that and, turn it back on me. And somehow make me insecure or needy for asking all these questions. And as a woman, I have a right to know. If I'm your committed partner, I have a right to know where you were at 4 o'clock in the morning. And that doesn't make me insecure.
It takes a lot to realize you control your own life. People go to work, they work to make a living, to fund their lives, to go back to work to make the living. It's a never-ending race. You step out of the matrix for a second and say, yo, all I want to do is be happy.
What makes you happy?
Being able to create. Because I created this. I had to create this opportunity. It took me my whole life. I did all the work I did was to be here sitting on this couch. Not saying that that's the pinnacle of what it means for me, but I'm saying I had to create this. We all did. Every step, every decision you ever took, every choice you ever made brought you here so that we can create and have this conversation. And if I can create, then I can create my way out and I can create my way in. But if I can't create, then I'm stuck.
If you could live forever, would you?
Yes.
Okay, sure, that's an attractive idea. But the way I look at it is the knowledge that I'm going to die that creates the urgency of accomplishment, the need to express love now, not later. If we live forever, why ever even get out of bed in the morning? Because you always have tomorrow. That's not the kind of life I want to lead.
But why? Don't you fear not being around?
I fear living a life where I could have accomplished something and didn't. That's what I fear. Be ashamed to die until you have scored some victory for humanity.
You guys will find that you have passions, and having a passion is a gift. I think we all have passions, and you don't get to choose them. They pick you, but you have to be alert to them. You have to be looking for them. And when you find your passion, it's a fantastic gift for you because it gives you direction, it gives you purpose. You can have a job, or you can have a career, or you can have a calling. And the best thing is to have a calling. And if you find your passion, you'll have that, and all your work won't feel like work to you.
What is it in your life that you think you cannot accomplish? Or what is it that people have said that you cannot do? Wouldn't it feel really good to prove them all wrong? I believe ambition is not a dirty word. It's just believing in yourself and your abilities. Imagine this. What would happen if we were all brave enough to believe in our own ability, to be a little bit more ambitious? I think the world would change. Thank you.
When you are struggling and you start thinking about giving up, I want you to remember the power of hope. The belief that something better is always possible if you're willing to work for it and fight for it. Our hope that if we work hard enough and believe in ourselves, then we can be whatever we dream, regardless of the limitations that others may place on us. The hope that when people see us for who we truly are, maybe, just maybe, they too will be inspired to rise to their best possible selves.
You will look at yourself one day and you won't know who you are because you don't remember who you were. You know, sometime along the way, or maybe at 13 or 14, we let go of the little person that kept us going. That little person that was always there, I got you, man, I'm here. That person, when we get about 13 or 14, we get embarrassed of him. And we push him aside and we don't listen to him anymore. And he's always knocking. Hey, hey. And after so long of a time, maybe 10, 15 years, you don't even know him. You show up at your own door and you don't even know who you are. Your family doesn't know who you are. So it's important, no matter what you do, no matter what challenges you go through, you remember who you are.
If I got to fight to get you in the gym, that's a problem. That's a problem. You want players that are gym rats, players that want to be in the gym, that want to work. And then from there, you build on top of that. But if you're lazy, man, I don't want to talk to you. I want to deal with you. You're going to make me feel dumber. You're going to lower my level. I don't